Well, Susan, first of all, congratulations on being the first female Southern California PGA member to receive the Golf Professional of the Year award in 56 years. Way to go.
Thank you. Unbelievable. Thank you so much.
And you didn't exactly grow up on a golf course, if I'm given to understand correctly.
That's right. I actually grew up on a ranch in South Dakota, so my idea of golf was to get my mom's shortest club, dig a hole in the field, stick a stick in it, and play golf as I knew it back when I was 6. So that was my idea. And eventually I moved to Shadow, Nebraska, where they had a little golf course, a 9-hole golf course, and from then on I just went out and played every day. I begged my parents to take me golfing and just loved it.
So did both your parents play? Obviously your mom played.
They did. I think my dad played until the day I beat him, and then he gave it up.
Dads will do that. Now, who was your first mentoring professional?
I had a gentleman by the name of Harry Simonton. My dad had asked him when they first moved to Shattern if he would work with me and help me with my swing, and he came out to the range and said from that day on he just went out and played golf with me and took me to tournaments, and I just owe him everything to get me started in the game because he was absolutely amazing.
Now let's be honest, did he have any misgivings teaching a female to play the game of golf?
He may have had reservations the first 5 minutes, but I think we got rid of that once he saw me swing. And I do tend to like to smack it, so I think he was pretty happy what he saw.
Okay. Now, your first job in the golf business, at Rolling Hills Golf Course, was that where it was?
Yeah, when Laramie Country Club, I was apprentice head professional, and then I moved on down to Denver to Rolling Hills Country Club in Golden, Colorado, where I just had an amazing experience there as assistant professional.
Did you get your card as an apprentice head professional?
Yes, I did there. I guess that was in 1998, I believe. I got my I joined the PGA as an apprentice.
Because I know that's an arduous process. I went through the same process myself, so I know how many years it takes to do that.
Yeah, I went through it all, and then I finished it at Rolling Hills in Denver.
And then how did you come to California?
Well, I had worked for Pat Lang, who was one of my other mentors, and Pat had hired me to be vice president of her company, a women's golf equipment company in Denver, and I'd worked for her for several years, and then Titleist and Cobra came and found me to head up their women's marketing for Cobra right after Titleist purchased Cobra, and that was in 98 I moved out here.
Now, you mentioned Pat Lang's name. I'm going to use a quote from her because this really tells us a lot about Susan Roll, okay? She has never-ending drive to develop and implement ideas into programs and businesses that complement and support the game of golf, and share these ideas with other professionals in every effort to help them succeed as she has succeeded. Now, talk about success. You have taken a little driving range here in Carlsbad and turned it into quite an operation. It's been 9 years. What do you think was the impetus to turn this place around?
Well, I always called it my little diamond in the rough. And, the first day, I'd always dreamed of having my own business. So for me to be in golf, which was my passion, my first love, and to be able to have my own business was just the best thing in the world. So when I took this over, my accountant was one that just pushed the books back, says, well, I hope you know what you're doing. And I said, uh-oh. So I said, well, I hope I do. So the first day I walked in here, I told all the employees that I said hi and said who I was, and said, I don't want anybody to worry. No one's losing their job, first and foremost, that we're all going to be a team here. And the next thing I did is I ripped the discount sign down because I knew I couldn't win that war. We were too small. But I knew what I could do, which was my love and passion for equipment and my knowledge in equipment. And so I decided I wanted to be one of the best custom fitters in Southern Cal. And so we developed that business, and we're really known for our custom fitting. And from then it just grew into many other wonderful things here. But just being really focused on what we knew we could be good at, which was very highly skilled, knowledgeable service and friendly people. I think a lot of times people consider us the Cheers of golf, and everybody's welcome here.
I like that. Cheers of golf.
No golfitude. We got rid of all the golfitude a long time ago.
Excellent.
Everybody's welcome here.
Now, but your mantra has always been, as far as the business aspect of meeting other professionals and whatnot, is to help others to help themselves. That's a very altruistic approach to the game and to business in general. Where did that come from?
Well, I always, I knew right after college, I just loved this game so much, but I really loved helping others more than myself playing, for example. And so if I could focus my life and what I give back around helping others, like my mom always did, and Pat Lang always taught me, they said, there's always enough to go around. We need to help each other, and we'll all be better. And so that's how I've lived my life, and for me to contribute back to the PGA, I thank my entire staff, my team here. They allow me the opportunity to get away to do all my committee work and be a part of the boards, and without them I couldn't possibly do everything I do. But but just giving back has just been a way for me to continue to feed my soul a bit and be a part of something really great in what we do at the PGA.
Now, you mentioned committee work. You've been involved in a lot of committees, and I don't think I could name them all, but I know tournament committee, investment committee, public relations, you name it, you've probably been on it. But I think one of your favorite committees is probably the Growth of the Game Committee, because you've been involved in every which way possible in order to get more people to play this game. Has that always been at your heart?
It really has, and I guess in one respect, being a woman in this game, and, I've always just dreamed of having more and more women be a part of the game, and juniors, and it was just something I always loved, working with juniors and women, and, and all players, but with here being 9 years here at the Golf Center, we have an opportunity, unbelievable opportunity to get more and more people in the game and invite them here and teach them and get them excited about the game. And for me to now be leading a committee, that's what we do. We go out in the communities and touch people, because that's how we all got in the game. If somebody touched us once and said, "Hey, I think you should try this. This is fun," and once they get the bug, it's over. You come join us, and that's what I thought with what I do here and what I could give back most to the game would be with helping with that committee.
Now, it's no secret that you've influenced a lot of other females to get into the PGA profession. We now have, if I'm correct, I think we have 65 Southern California PGA female members and upwards of 20-some apprentices. And you're the one that kind of instituted a tournament program for female PGA members in Southern California, and Callaway has been a great sponsor for that program. How did you have the idea to get that started?
Well, with Nikki Gatch at the section office and Kim at La Jolla, Falcone, she and Nikki and I got together with the women's committee and just talked about ways that we could have more events for women, get more women involved, and we just weren't doing it for whatever reason. And so we started the play days. We improved with Callaway Golf, came on board as a big sponsor for the play days and the championship and title sponsor for that, and I can't thank them enough for all their support. It's just been, we couldn't have done it without them, and it's been instrumental in us getting this off the ground. But for the first time ever this year, we're going to have a Women's Player of the Year, and I think that's
really cool. Is it going to be you? Got to work on
No, I'm not going to say who it is, but yeah, it's not me, But I'm very excited about having the opportunity to get women out and playing more in all of our events, and it was just something that I think is very important to the future of women in the game and important to our growth, because if we have more women golf professionals, I know they can do a lot for that.
You've spoken at times of meetings and seminars and such. What's one of your most memorable experiences in giving a seminar talk?
Well, I know the one you're probably thinking of because you were there, but one day I just lined up a bunch of bottles of booze, and I think they were different vodkas if I recall, but I wanted to show people that, even though we may sound all the same, we may all be teachers, but we all have our own specific brands. And so we talked about how we might brand ourselves maybe in this way or this way, but it's all good for the game, for people. And I think finding a niche for yourself is so important in our industry. And so that's probably my most favorite speaking engagement I did.
You branded me as a Grey Goose vodka because all I do is a tough love. So it has something to do with that. I don't know what the relationship was there. Well, Susan, when we start out in this business, we don't actually go out there thinking about achieving awards. We think about achieving our goals, and the awards come along with. So with that in mind, you have, let's see, how many awards? 5 section award, I think. 3-time Public Merchandiser of the Year. I think 2007 you were a Club Fitter of the Year. 2009 you received the Horton Smith Award winner, which is that's a huge award.
Yeah.
But this is the biggie. This is the biggie. And once again, congratulations on being the first female. But what does this mean to you?
Well, every day I've just lived my life to try to be the best I could be at whatever I was doing, and I guess you never think, even for a minute, what you're doing has anything to do with this special moment in time. But I can't think of anything more spectacular than being here with you and talking about this amazing award. And for my peers and the other PGA professionals that are honoring me, without getting all teary-eyed, I can't thank them enough for this honor, because I've never even dreamed ever of being here and receiving this award, to be honest.
Well, you can go ahead and get teary-eyed. It won't bother me. Congratulations once again.
Thank you so much.
Susan Roll, our 2011 Golf Professional of